Well, hello there and welcome back to a brand new video where today's video, guys, is super exciting because we are talking about Rugby Challenge 4. Yes, that is right. Rugby Challenge 4, not Rugby 25. And the reason why we're talking about Rugby Challenge 4 is a few reasons. One, there has been a name change to the game on all of the all the social media platforms, on all of the digital stores where you can buy any game, right? So we're talking Xbox, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation. You try searching for Rugby Challenge 4, the name has changed to Jonah Lomu Rugby Challenge 4. And what is interesting is it has a 2025 release date, it has a price of £35, and everyone is going, is this Rugby Challenge 4 but like slightly different? Is it still the same game? And that's what we're about to find out. So today's video, we're going to put our private investigator hats on and work this out together, because I still have Rugby Challenge 4 and I kind of know what's going on, and I kind of want to share with you my roadmap in discovering what on earth is going on, because it's kind of fun, kind of exciting, and it's £35 for me to download the Jonah Lomu's version, and I think it has nothing at all. I don't think it has any licensing or anything, because Rugby 25 now has all the licensing pretty much, and I imagine Rugby Challenge 4, if you remember, they had licensing for Australia, New Zealand, England, South Africa. They were the 4 international teams, and obviously those now are part of Rugby 25. They also had all these Southern Hemisphere teams as well, and even including Super Rugby, the Curry Cup, and that's kind of all been moved now to Rugby 25 as well. So I kind of feel like Rugby Challenge, they've had to kind of like rebrand or rename the game and kind of like distribute the game without the licensing, because they no longer have the ability to sell it with the licensing because it's expired. And that's why, for example, a lot of gaming companies who have a lot of music, right? Like, for example, Need for Speed. Like, everyone wants a Need for Speed Most Wanted like remaster. They would love to, but the licensing in the game is either too expensive now, or they can't do it anymore, or whatever. And it's the same with any rugby game, right? Like, if Rugby 25, right, like, let's say it continues as it is, and let's say Rugby Challenge 5 comes out, very unlikely, but let's say it does, right? And Rugby Challenge 5 are like, well, we've got millions of dollars, let's just spend all the cash. Then Rugby 25 would probably have to do something similar. So without further ado, let's investigate together, because this is exciting. This is what gets me excited when it comes to making a video. So let's begin. So first things first, we're on the PlayStation Store, right? And if you search for Rugby Challenge 4, so I will repeat what I've just done. So if you type in Rugby Challenge 4, top right corner, you will get obviously all of this, right? And we've got Rugby 25, Rugby 18, etc. But we have Rugby Challenge 4 here, and it says the Jonah Lomu Rugby Challenge 4. So if you click into this, right, it's for the PS4, right? It's not for the PlayStation 5. And if you scroll down, it has like 227 ratings. And if you scroll down even more, bish bash bosh, it says here that the release date was on the 20th of February 2025, which was literally 4 days ago. Publisher, home entertainment suppliers, sports, etc. for the PS4, not even for the PS5, right? And the information here is, ready for a cross kick, catch your rivals off guard using 10 different modes, including cross kick. There's women's and men's sevens rugby with 16 international teams, make the ultimate rugby player, kick creator, enhanced player creation, etc., etc. The one thing, which is basically massive, which is here, is it says it is a re-release, arguably the best rugby computer game, now re-released as a tribute to the great legend of Jonah Lomu. It says here, no licensed teams. So there's the answer. I could spend £35 working out what it is, but I don't really want to spend £35. So it says here, no licensed teams, just pure fun with the frills and spills of Rugby Challenge 4. And yeah, so you can, if you want to play Rugby Challenge 4 today with the licensed teams, you would have had to have bought the game before the 20th of February. Anyway, so let's continue, right? Because I'm curious. Because when it came down here as it's the publisher's home entertainment suppliers, I was like, I'm sure it was Tru-Blu and like Wicked Games, right? So what we'll do quickly is this. So we have a quick look and we head over to the one and only Wikipedia. If we go to home entertainment suppliers, right, it's an Australian company and they distribute computer games, etc. And if you look at their subsidiaries, just about pronounce that word, it says it's Tru-Blu. So if you go in the Tru-Blu, for example, Tru-Blu are the publisher of pretty much all their rugby games. As you see here, we've got Rugby League, Rugby League 2, Rugby Challenge, and if you scroll all the way down to 2020, we had AFL and we had Rugby Challenge 4, right? And Rugby Challenge 4 was published by the one and only Tru-Blu, and we also had Wicked Witch Software. Now, if you remember, Big Ant Studios, who have technically, what was it? Big Ant Studios was, they used to get published by Tru-Blu, which was crazy. And obviously, Nakon bought Big Ant Studios. If we click on Big Ant Studios, you can now see the parent company is Nakon, right? And that was as of 2021, which is interesting because you remember Rugby Challenge 4 came out in 2020. The last Rugby League game by Big Ant Studios was 2017. Curious to know if Rugby League 5 will ever come out or not. I'm curious. But basically, Tru-Blu was obviously it's the publisher, and if we go down to the one and only Wicked Witch Software, there's nothing on here to say that they've made the other version of Rugby Challenge 4 in terms of, for example, back in the day, 2012, it's always been common, right? Join the Lomu Rugby Challenge Gold Edition. And it's always been like a tribute to him. But there isn't like a reference to Rugby Challenge 4. So if I click on Rugby Challenge 4, for example, it says here Rugby Challenge was released, blah, 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 blah. What else does it say here? Yes, it says here the game is titled All Blacks Rugby Challenge in New Zealand, Wallabies Rugby Challenge in Australia, and then Jonah Lomu Rugby Challenge in the rest of the world. Jonah Lomu was a New Zealand professional rugby player. You guys were curious. But very, very interesting. But this is obviously the original Rugby Challenge. I click on Rugby Challenge 4, but the link goes here. Anyway, that's what we've discovered so far. Now, I do have more information, which is very, very interesting. So, if you remember, right, the one and only Tru-Blu website, Tru-Blu, for some reason, on their website, doesn't even showcase Rugby Challenge 4. I'm sure it used to. It says here, for example, Rugby Challenge, Rugby Challenge League, but there's nothing here saying Rugby Challenge 4. So what I'm going to do quickly is, because there is a way, right, to, check out, websites from the past. So let me have a quick look. Archive, website, Wayback Machine. I don't know how many people have gone on Wayback Machine, but Wayback Machine is, I would say, a very, very fun website, if you will. So let's talk to you guys real time. So head over here. So what I want to do is let's look at, 2023. Right, let's pick a date. No, this one here. There we go. It's loading. Took a moment. No, actually, funny enough, they never actually posted that they did Rugby Challenge 4 on here. Interesting. Look at this. That's crazy. So they never actually said anything about Rugby Challenge. Even if we go back to like November 2020, there's nothing here, which is fascinating. Rugby League. Yes, there was no mention of Rugby Challenge 4 ever on their website. Very interesting. However, what I want to do quickly is I want to show you something else. So if we head over to now if we head over to the rugbychallenge4.com website, it says here Rugby Challenge 4, and you can get the game still. The website's still live, etc. Obviously, we had the last update in 2020. Sad times. But if you remember, it was about the women's sevens rugby with 16 international teams, including 5 of them being licensed. It was all about catch your player off guard, new side camera, all sorts. It was great, great, great stuff. And if you scroll up here, you can obviously select a version. So I'm on the PS4, UK and Ireland, PlayStation Store, right? Go to store. You go to store. It says denied. Unfortunately, doesn't work anymore. So then we're like, okay. So then if we try, 365 games, right? Let's click here. Apparently, if you may be able to buy it. I wonder. Do you know what? I wonder if you were to buy it today, the physical copy, it would work. because I'm curious. Because what I'm about to do is I'm going to take you over to my PlayStation and show you a few things. So, we are, where are we going? Okay, so we're on the PlayStation Store, right? So if we go up here and search and type in Rugby Challenge, even though I've shown you on the actual site, but just out of curiosity. So you can see here, right? We have Rugby Challenge 4 here. Now on Rugby Challenge, this is the official one, which I have. And I can click on play game and it will take me here, which is the game I have. And I go in single match, Rugby 15, and it has all the licensing like Saracens. I mean, it had all the Premiership, New Zealand Cup, Premiership, Premiership Bristol Bears, Chiefs, Gloucester, Quins. Had the official people as well. So for example, you gotta say Saracens, and then if we were to play against like an international team like Australia, which was a licensed team, yeah, that's perfect. And I even had the official stadium as well. So if you click confirm, I'm sure. Let me give it a moment. I love one thing I miss about Rugby Challenge. I love this. Like, this was so good. Look at it. Jamie, George, Jamie. Right, wait for it to load quickly. Oh, the passing in this game is so good. Right, score a try. Get in there, son. Right, game's about to load. Right, I just want to show you. So if we go to Saracens versus Australia, that's a big game. So look at the lineup, like Mara, Todia, Sequay, Billy Villapola, and then you have all the licensed team on Australia side of things. Like, unreal. Look at the bench. Skelton, Benno, Jack Malins, Max Malins, Alex. Oh mate, what a team Sarries had back then. But no, so that's interesting. But if you go back to the PlayStation, right? And if we were to search, you see there it says, oh, so we go back, my bad. If you see here, it says here that there's the game. If I click on this, I can buy it, but I don't know why I've got to pay for it. Like, why have I got to pay for it? Because it's new. It says 2025, which is interesting. So basically, this is it. Unfortunately, they have updated the game. I don't think it's really giving us much more information. I just think they had to remove the licensing, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, it's weird. Like, I can see Rugby Challenge here, and if I go down to here, view product, it takes me here. So you can't actually download it anymore, which is really sad to see. And if I go back here, just one last quick look at this, and we go Rugby Challenge. Rugby Challenge. So we go down here. Ah, damn, I wish it would show me all the, like, how cool it looked. If you click on view product, it takes you here, annoyingly. But yeah, so that's kind of, what was it? That's kind of what's been going on in the world of Rugby Challenge, which, yeah, if you guys are curious, like, why is there a new Rugby Challenge 4 game? There is, but with no licensing, which is a little bit sad. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. But I thought I'd do a video, us kind of like walking through what's going on and figuring it out together. But anyway, if you have enjoyed today's video, then be sure to massive thumbs up, subscribe if you're new regarding this. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching, and as always, in my next video, adios, chaps, boom. She's a diamond.